Hi, my name is Whitney Evans. I'm the instructional partner at Lauderdale County High School. Welcome, new teachers. I hope that you are enjoying your breakfast. I'm glad that you're here for our new teacher orientation, and we have put together kind of a seminar around Robin discussion group with lots of our employees here and our staff at Lauderdale County, and they're going to talk to you about things you need to know as a new teacher about our policies and how things work at our school. So the schedule of events, so you're having breakfast and snack, and I hope that you have gotten to know some of our staff members here. We're going to meet and greet, so the principal, assistant principal, they'll introduce themselves to you as they talk about their expertise and the things that they expect out of the teachers at Lauderdale County High School. So these staff members will go over their positions and what will be required of you. And then at the end, we have 3 veteran teachers here. They have between 3 to 10 years of experience at Lauderdale County, so they know the ins and outs of what goes on here, and they'll be here to answer any questions for you. Then we will talk about who our mentors are for the 21-22 school year, and then as a mentee, as a new teacher, you will be introduced to your mentor for this year. Then we'll go out to eat for lunch, and mentees and mentors will sit together so you can get to know each other a little bit better. So first up, I want to introduce our principal, and he will talk to you about how to log in professional development hours, logging in or logging information into the teacher effectiveness portal, what happens during observations, what he'll be looking for when he comes in to observe you. He'll also talk to you about our goals and objectives of the school, how we turn in lesson plans here, what lesson plans should look like, the template for lesson plans. We also have before and after school duties where we have to monitor children as they're coming into and out of the school just to make sure everyone's safe, and just so they see us out and know that they don't have a chance to not be on their best behavior. And then he'll talk to you about any other school specific information. So at this point, during the professional development, the principal would get up and speak about these things and introduce himself to the new teachers. Then the assistant principal would get up and speak. So the assistant principal will talk about disciplinary issues in the student handbook, and the assistant principal would show the new teachers where the student handbook is located online. Specific things that he should point out are how to make an office referral, what the dress code is, what we allow with dress code. One thing we're having issues with right now is girls and boys wearing shorts too short, so he could talk about the specific length that those shorts need to be, and then suggestions for classroom management, what he sees to be good classroom management, and tools and skills that the new teachers should take with them to have a positive classroom management and classroom atmosphere with their students. He'll also talk about billing procedures, such as when we get our trash picked up, putting our trash can in the hall, just so that the teachers know that just leaving the trash can in the classroom, their trash won't get picked up, so they need to put their trash can in the hall. And then the safety drills that we do throughout the year. He'll talk about intruder safety, tornado and fire drills, and other drills that we might have to encounter. Then the counselor will come up, and the instructional partner will also introduce the counselor. At this point, the counselor will talk about student schedules, what we can look for on the first day as students are coming to our class. Homeroom, we call that TAG at Lauderdale County High School, and that's where students go. So we'll have TAG maybe once a month where the kids get a progress report or they need to do voting, and we do that at the very beginning of first period. The counselor will also talk about how to post grades in Now, the due dates for progress reports and report cards when we need to have grades in for that. Methods to refer students to the counselor, what we need to look for with mental health, or mandatory reporting with abuse or anything we see that the counselor needs to know about our students, and any other pertinent information that the counselor knows that our new teachers need to hear. And then the instructional partner would introduce the payroll clerk, and the payroll clerk would talk about benefits provided by the system and how to enroll in those benefits, when the deadlines are to enroll in that. The payroll clerk will also talk about how to log absences in iNow and how to request a substitute. The bookkeeper will have a list of what needs to happen when the new teachers want to use their classroom money, like filling out the requisition form and then getting a PO, and then the steps they need to take to actually purchase their classroom materials with their classroom money. So the bookkeeper could bring those forms with them and show them how to fill it out, and then a step-by-step process to give the new teachers so they can have a check-off system when they are doing this, because it's going to be hard to remember all these things when it comes time to being able to spend our money, because we know that we don't get it for a long time. Then the attendance clerk will talk about when students should come to the office to check in. So for first period, if they're late for first period, they come check in. But if they're late to our classes, all the other periods, we just mark students tardy and non-now. So the attendance clerk will show the new teachers how to do that and explain that process. And then also the attendance clerk will talk about how students check out and how the attendance clerk will notify us when the student is checking out, whether it's by phone or if they need to send us a Google chat. The lunchroom manager will talk to them too, and it's just a good time for the lunchroom manager to get to know our new teachers, because I know some of the new teachers often look like students, and then that way when the new teachers are coming through, the lunchroom manager knows that that's a teacher, not a student. So the lunchroom manager can also talk to the new teachers about how students should be brought to lunch, what time the students are brought to lunch, and where the specific teachers' students sit in the lunchroom, which tables they sit at. The lunchroom manager can also talk about lunch fees for students, and so we talked about where each class is supposed to sit and where students can get materials. So we know spills are inevitable in the lunchroom, so we want our students to pick up after themselves, so the lunchroom manager can show us where those materials are if spills happen. And usually when we have meetings, we have the meetings in our lunchroom, so we would be right there in the lunchroom already, and the lunchroom manager can show the new teachers where to get those supplies. So at this point, all of the employees, all the staff members, the principal, assistant principal will leave, and the veteran teachers will come up, and we'll have a question and answer session for the new teachers to ask the veteran teachers questions that were not addressed by the other staff members. At this point too, the veteran teachers can tell the new teachers things that they wish they had known when they first started out, and that may not be so PC that the principal and the assistant principal might talk about. And then so after the mentor teachers have introduced themselves and have talked a little bit about what the new teachers can expect, we will pair up the mentor and the mentee, and then we will go to lunch together. But I got this idea based on the inventory interviews that I had with the new teachers, and as a somewhat new teacher at my school, I just have thought about what would have helped me when I first came here, because every school is different. It's easy to get certain procedures mixed up, especially when filling out funding and requisition forms to spend our classroom money. So I think that having a checklist and being able to get to know the individual staff members on the first day would be really helpful. It would have helped me, and I know from the inventory interviews with the new teachers at the school now, I think this would have helped them too. But thank you for listening to my presentation, and that is all.